Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dwyer Field for some 6th grade football action as the Mason Comets are going to take on the Harrison Wildcats in a head-to-head match. Let's go ahead and do some player introductions on this 6th grade team.
My name's Jeff.
That was better than what I've been doing.
I'm number 11. I play for Mason, and my favorite player is Jamal Adams.
My name is Aiden Hill. I'm number 12. My positions, I play quarterback, guard, defensive tackle, and my favorite NFL player, the GOAT, Tom Brady, best player of all time, in my opinion.
My name is Sebastian Thompson. I play for Team White. I'm number 13, and I play receiver and DB.
My name is Andy Zhu. I'm going to grade 6, and our team is Mason White, and my position is center.
My name's Scott Chaka. I'm number 7. I play on Mason White. I play like O-line.
So, some technical difficulties going on with the videos for the introductions, but we will go ahead and get some action as it's going to now be 3rd and about 6 now for Harrison. Harrison not able to move the ball on this defensive line. And man, are we ready for another great matchup today between Mason and Harrison.
Yeah, it's the first one versus Harrison that we've seen, but the Comets have been having a very nice showing in this day's Grimes Bowl. And the big thing about Coach Hill is that he's big on the defensive line, and it's a fumbled snap, and they just sit on it, so they go way back. That's going to lead to a punt.
They were running the square formation that the last Mason team was running. For Harrison's running that square formation.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about that formation that these coaches just love, but
it's football, man. I mean, jet sweeps are like the best play.
I mean, it's their first possession of the game.
Let's see how it goes for Coach Hill's offense. Of helping out coach this team last year around this time to get them prepared for this season. Did a lot of O-line, D-line work. And they have a great mind, and they have a great running back in the backfield. And let's see how it all goes.
Yeah, they being able to coach some youth Mason football would be a very fun thing to do. Now that I think about it, something I remember that these kids will probably be getting to do soon is running out of that tunnel for the high school games. Those were always such a blast. That they will get to do that soon once the high school, the varsity Comets get underway. But now it's time for these younger kids to get their shot.
False start on the offense for the first play of the game. Set him back 5. 1st and 15 now.
Yeah, it feels like the higher grade level we get, the more pre-snap penalties we're seeing, which you would feel like is the opposite.
Yeah, absolutely. You would feel like that would be the opposite.
It's a lot of... Obviously, you get the more complex plays and more complex formations, probably getting in the heads of some of these guys. But, we saw it happen with Western Brown in that last game. They just shot themselves in the foot.
They waived the penalty.
Really?
Yes, so there is no penalty, so it will continue to be 1st and 10.
Yeah, well, it keeps that same message. We saw Western Brown in the last game, or 2 games ago, shoot themselves in the foot so many times with those pre-snaps. So you hope it's not what the Comets do in this one, because we saw how bad it can get.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will go ahead and line up for the first play for the Comets on offense. We got 15-18 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, so we see a regular formation for this Comet team.
It's a little spread action. Spread action with the running back. Not really spread, but kind of just keep people away from the box.
Yeah, wide receiver on both sides, quarterback in the shotgun. Or no, quarterback under center.
It's a little like strong eye formation. And the quarterback will go ahead and keep it and not get much.
Yeah, it doesn't really go anywhere on that quarterback keeper. So obviously we know these teams are going to be run heavy, but you hope you see a little more passing than the last Comet team, who was predominantly on the ground most of the game.
In the kind of wishbone formation, pitched to Brittingham. Brittingham will barely get back to the line of scrimmage.
The pitch goes to Jack, who was brought down after about a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, Brittingham gets a 1 on the carry.
3rd down.
Brittingham, a little speedy guy, a little small, speedy guy. A great running back. He has that cockiness too, and you know he has that cockiness
of knowing his value, knowing how good of a player he can be. It makes it 3rd and long for the Comets. Once again in that strong eye, a little more left, and it's kind of going to be the same thing. He's going to try and take it himself, but gets stripped down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll be a 3 and out for the Comets.
Yeah, 3 and out for the Comets, which is not what you wanted here. You're kind of hoping for a little bit more. It's a flag on the play. We'll repeat 3rd down. It's a false start penalty on the offense, but they will defer it, making it 4th down.
It has been declined.
Let's see what the Comets decide to do. Will they punt it or will they go for it? 4th and long, they will go ahead and punt it away back to Harrison. Harrison now has 12 minutes and 30 seconds to see if they can do something here.
Yeah, no need to risk anything on 4th down. It's very early in the game.
Yes.
Mason elects to punt on 4th down. It will be Harrison's ball, 1st and 10, spotted at their own 25-yard line.
Three backfield for Harrison now. Kind of more like a star-ish formation. No, it's kind of like what Western Brown was running. Western Brown was running that under center with 3 running backs behind the quarterback. That's kind of what they're running, but instead of being under center, they're in the shotgun.
Yeah, it's very similar. The formation that coaches really like to use. You know, we've really seen the combinations through these like 9 games so far today. So you learn a lot as a football fan about how these offenses can work.
Shotgun and ball's on the ground. See if you can get him here. He gets to the outside. Brittingham able to knock him out of bounds right at the mark, right before, right back where they started the drive. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Jack Brittingham.
So good job being able to make something out of that fumble in the back.
2nd and 10.
So it'll just make it 2nd and 10 when it could have been a lot worse. See a
This
flag.
ball is scooped up by the quarterback, who is touched down by Thomas Young.
So another little drawback from Harrison.
Be now 3rd and 16 from the 19-yard line. Man, this is not looking too hot for him.
Yeah, it's been a drive of kind of a disaster for Harrison at this point. He's kind of looking for anything. Try and not give the ball back to Mason.
Here's the pass. Wide open. Don't let him get the first down here if you're Mason. He lost the ball, but picked back up.
The pass is complete to number 4.
Yeah, a lot of ball security issues so far for Harrison. They fumbled it on almost half of their plays so far.
Maybe.
You know, that's something that, especially once we get to halftime, that these coaches are going to talk about. Say you just got to hold on to the ball.
4th down.
It's 4th and about 4, and they're electing to go for it with 8:30 left in the half.
It's a risky decision in that same formation.
Trying to draw him off sides, and it worked. All he had to do was get back off sides, back on sides before he moved, but was not able to do that, and will get pulled.
That 5-yard penalty picks up a 1st down for Harrison.
First down now at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, not even a play on 4th down. They're able to get that that no play to work. It's the 2nd time we've seen it today against Mason.
Rolled out, and it hits off of his hands. That could have been a big gainer play right there.
Pass intended for number 88.
It just hits him off the hands, and he's not able to pull it in. Multiple times today, receivers have had some good passes, just not able to hold them in, and that's a huge just breaker for the offense. But you know, you don't want your guys to get in their head about it.
No, absolutely not. As they will huddle up here for 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A little bit of a
Jet
high
sweep.
snap.
Quarterback sweep, and he'll try to cut back in the middle of the field. He'll get down with about a yard to go. You can really hear the coach down there from Mason Hill. Really a vocal coach. Always very, very vocal about everything on the field.
Yeah, and those are just the coaches that want it the most. I remember when we played, all of our coaches, you could hear them from the opposite sidelines. So
It's 3rd and inches.
you do love to see those coaches get so hyped up about the game.
You can hear our coach, when we were younger, you can hear our coaches from the baseball fields over there.
Probably. So 3rd and about a shoelace.
And
goes
it's
over his
ball
head.
over the head. That will not go over well for Harrison. went from 3rd in inches all the way to 4th and 11 yards.
11-yard loss.
They will probably go ahead and punt this ball away.
Yeah, just a disastrous ending to a drive that didn't start out great, but had some promise going on it. Now looks like they're just going to.
They're just going to go for it on 4th and 11.
This is a risky play.
And Harrison is going for it on 4th down.
An offsides is not going to give you an automatic first down, so.
And over his head again, looking. A holding. Looks like a holding penalty will be called. Possibly 2 flags down. What is the call?
There are flags out on the play.
Helmet-to-helmet contact called. Personal foul, helmet-to-helmet contact on the offense.
Wow, when do you see that?
That is a costly penalty that takes Harrison back 15 yards.
Now there's no way they go for it.
Oh, absolutely not. Not on 4th and 26 at their own, 11-yard line. 9-yard line, maybe? No, not even 9-yard line. Like, it's going to be 4th and 26 at their own 20-yard line. 25, but they'll punt it away and Comets will get the ball. Kona Ice over here at the Grimes Bowl, giving away, their typical Kona Ice at the field.
I know you remember after games getting
getting some Kona Ice with the family and with your friends. Just, man, it's such a refresher after games.
It's such a staple.
It is. It's kind of a staple of just Mason football and football in general in the high school level.
Mason's ball, 1st and 10.
Yeah, I remember always having that after some games, especially in 3rd grade. We had those all-black jerseys, and it would just be so hot.
Oh, dude, the all-black jerseys were horrible decisions. Who chose that?
I don't know.
Yeah, the board did, actually. So
looks like we have a right tackle with a black jersey.
Yes, we do, indeed.
First down for the Comets. It's a pitch, executes it well, but blown up in the backfield. Read it perfectly. They can already kind of predict this option offense that the Comets are running. So he's going to lose a couple on that first down. It'll be 2nd and 15 after the loss of 5. Will come up back to the ball. 2nd and 15. Back in that strong I formation. He's going to drop back, looks to pass, goes right side, throws it way over the head of his receiver, and that'll make it 3rd and long.
Comets will get back up to the line for their 3rd and 15 attempt here. See what they can do. 1.5 minutes remaining first half.
To the snap, it's going to be a direct handoff. Gets some yards up the middle, gets stopped right around the 50. It'll be a gain of 5, so it'll be 4th and 10 right where they started.
Yeah, right where they started. See if Coach Hill elects to punt.
And with 1 minute and about 2 seconds left in this half, the Harrison is going to get the ball back one more time, see if they can make a drive out of it. Well, let's see. Comets go for this.
I think they're trying to just like let the clock run out.
Most likely. Comets will receive the ball in the second half as we dip below 35, and it looks like it'll be a timeout. Mason calls a timeout with 37 seconds left here in the first half. So another potential scoreless game as we have just a little over half a minute left here in the first half. And Trevor, this game has been very equally matched. You know, no team is really outperforming each other. It's going to make this second half very fun to watch.
Yeah, the second half will be indeed very, very fun to watch, just because no offense is overpowering a defense, and no defense is overpowering an offense. Like, it's very, very, very even. I think Harrison, they can move the ball. It's just they are getting killed by the snaps over the head, fumbling. That's their biggest problem.
It's those mistakes from themselves that is just destroying them and destroying their drives. You know, they end up about 10 yards back behind the line of scrimmage because of things like that. Clock will start running again. It dips below 25 seconds left, and I think this clock might just run out. Coach Hill trying to stall for as much time. We reached 13 seconds, and the Comets still haven't left the huddle from the sideline. We'll see if they allow a play to go.
They will end up probably allowing a play to go.
But on the clock, the board does expire, so we'll see what they do.
And halftime it is.
So they will go to halftime. Scoreless after 20. We will head into the second half. Both Mason and Harrison a neck-and-neck battle, mainly on the defensive side. Stay tuned for some second half action here on ICRC.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere, and just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere, and just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
If If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again, then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dwyer Field. And real quick before we get started on some second half action, we would like to thank our sponsor for today, the Casual Pint. We will not be able to do anything with this Grimes Bowl if it isn't for the help that the Casual Pint does for us. Thank you so much, the Casual Pint. Scoreless at half. Daniel, what can we expect?
You know, I think it's going to be a little bit different offenses is what I would expect to see from both teams. On the Mason side, it's that option that just hasn't been working much for them in their favor. And on the other side for Harrison, it's been those mental mistakes, those false starts, those fumbles, things like that that are just really setting them back. So it's difficult to win a football game when you're going backwards more than you're going forwards.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely very hard because football's all a game about inches, and it's inches forward, not inches backwards. So we'll go ahead and get this started underway in the second half. 20 minutes left in this game against Harrison. Let's get it started.
Check out the dunking booth directly after the game. The coaches will be taking turns in there, and it is located just outside the south gate. Mason, 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Comets. And a false start, it looks like.
A false start on the first play is never something that you want to have.
Absolutely not.
Penalty will move the ball back 5 yards.
Daniel, what do you think that Mason needs to do in the second half in order to succeed?
Just open the offense a little more. Every play it seems kind of one-dimensional of either if it's a pass or it's a run, it's just everyone's sent to a single side. And the Harrison defense has just had answers for that. So it's hard for an offense to strive when the offense isn't really like giving much away.
Yep. Go on the hard count. The pitch on the ground, but picked up. He makes one man miss, but I can't make the other man miss. And he'll get about 2 or 3 yards there.
The pitch goes to Jack.
Yeah, it's a lot of speed options for this Comet defense. May work in college football 25, but you don't know how much it's going to work against this Harrison defense because they've really just had stops for it every time.
Yeah. The option offense is definitely very, very hard concept to really make up, and especially at such a young age trying to do an option offense.
Yes, I mean, it works so good in college because those teams are really able to get it executed. It's hard when you're in the 6th grade trying to do it.
And you don't really see even high school teams attempt it.
No, I don't think I've ever seen a team this young do it.
Keep going. The only team I think, especially the GMC, that is a option team is Lakota East. About 2 years ago, they were a triple option offense like Navy.
Yeah, rarely do you see offenses running like that, but it is pretty cool, especially when you're able to make them fluid and make them work.
Yep. As
brings up third down.
3rd and 3 at the 42-yard line. They need 3 yards here to get the first down and continue this drive. They don't want to give this ball over to Harrison on offense. It's pretty much been a defensive stalemate up to this point.
Comets running under center. It'll be a direct handoff to the fullback. He gets stopped. He's pushing forward just a little bit, but it won't be enough for the first down.
Handoff goes to Council, who makes it past the initial defender, ultimately brought down by others. Just past the line of scrimmage. 4th down.
At the line. 4th and 2. Pitched it. What a catch on the pitch, and goes upfield. Get going. He breaks another tackle, breaks another at the 20. He's at the 10, and he will go in and score. Jack Brittingham, what a run for the touchdown.
And that's that option offense working to perfection. You can see the sideline going crazy. Coach DJ Hill on the sideline, he was loving it. And that is exactly how they drew it up. You look at this, he breaks down the sideline, gets some blocks, and he is just off to the races. Yeah, I see breaks some tackles, and the Comets get on the board first here in the second half as they take a 6-0 lead here with 15 minutes left in this second half.
Let's see what they choose to do here on the conversion. They're going for 1, it looks like.
The Comets are lined up for the extra point attempt.
To be on the ground, so the Comets do not convert on the extra point with some snapping issues, but nevertheless 14-25 and still running. This Comet offense strikes after scoreless in the first half. First team to get on the board. Now it's up to Harrison to see if they can solve their offensive struggles in the first half and really get some sort of a drive going and try and either tie up or take the lead.
Man, that was just a great drive there by the Comets.
Yeah.
Just to be able to drive down the field, and then the big explosive play by Brittingham.
Yeah, you know that's exactly what that offense has been looking for, and it's the ideal outcome for that type of play. And when we watched that replay, you know, it wasn't the best pitch in the world, but Brittingham was able to somehow just catch it behind his body and able to take it all that way. First play is going to be a pass. Has some time in the pocket. He's going to keep it himself and gets hit by a linebacker. It's going to be
a gain of 3.
Yeah, a gain of a couple.
Quarterback holds on to the ball and is brought down by Aisha McCarroll, number 74.
Make it 2nd and 7 from the 38. Harrison comes out of the huddle looking to get something going on offense. First down marker around the 45. Heavy bunched offensive line. Most of their guys on the line, heavy set to the left.
And a fake reverse, and the quarterback will keep it going upfield. He will get the first down.
Quarterback keeps the ball.
Very unique play design. Ball overloaded the box left, made it look like they were trying to trick the defense and go right. Instead, the quarterback keeps it himself. So he gets that first down, moves the chains. Keeps his possession alive.
As you can hear Coach Hill down there very, very vocal about how he feels about that last play. Not the happiest. As Harrison will get the diamond formation. Handoff up the middle. Spun down after a gain of about 6.
Number 23, the ball carrier. Hit initially and wrapped up by number 55, Leonardo Wilson, who had help from others.
Lead it. 2nd and 3. They run up to the ball on the Comet 45. First time Harrison has flipped the field, been in the Comet territory, and they're kind of in that same formation from that little trickery keeper. Just going to be a direct run that way, cuts it out to the left side, has some room, breaks a tackle, and he's going to be brought down around the 39 after a gain of maybe 4.
It's good play design there by Harrison, able to just straight, you know what, I'm going to load this side, I'm going to run it right at the side, stop me if you can.
Yeah, it's always going to be better when you have more of a blocking on that side that you're running to.
Max Osborne both in on that tackle.
So now it'll be another first down, or
see what they have to do on first down.
Yeah, it will be a first down. Somewhat of a high snap, hands it off to the running back 25. He breaks a
Ball
couple.
out.
Ball's on the ground, but it looks like Harrison jumps back on it. So yet another fumble, Trevor. We've seen it so many times from this Harrison offense tonight, but luckily for them, they've been able to jump on it every single time.
Yeah, it just very, very lucky there to be able to jump on that ball after the fumble.
Yeah, so that'll make it now.
Second and 6 at the 35.
2nd and 6 for this offense. Deepest into Comet territory they've been. Ball is placed at the Comet 35. As we see a few receivers out right for Harrison. Somewhat of a high snap. He's going to drop back, throws, and contested coverage, and it's incomplete.
Pass intended for number 9 is incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 2nd down, it'll be 3rd and 6 once again from the 35. Harrison trying to respond after a Comet touchdown. We look about 8:35 left on the board. So still plenty of time, but a big 3rd down. And obviously, Trevor, this is 4th down territory, so they still got 2 plays left in them.
Obviously, you're down 6, 8 minutes to go. Mason's offense has been chewing the clock. You have to be able to score here as they go up the middle. And they don't get quite enough for the first down, but make it very manageable. They made it about 2 yards.
Yeah, it turns it from a 3rd and 6 to about a 4th and 4, maybe 4th and 3. And it will be 4th and 3. We have below 8 minutes left in this game. This ball will be placed at the 32-yard line. So not in the red zone yet, but knocking on that door.
Just about 12 yards away from the red zone. Let's see if they are able to make something happen here.
So 4th and 3, biggest play of the game so far. Somewhat of a high snap, hands it off. He bounces out, and he's not going to get it.
Own guy, Ferris, in the backfield to get the tackle.
And that,
sir, big fella.
And that is a happy big man. What a stop for this Comet defense. They forced a turnover, and pretty much best of all, it took a lot of time off the clock. So the Comets, a massive win. They get the ball back to their offense with a chance to make this a 2-possession game. And Trevor, it could be huge if the Comets can nail another option the way they did last drive.
If they nail another option the way they did last drive and able to score, it might as well just be the game, because there will be, obviously you don't want to do it right away because you don't want to give them too much time. But you're going to want to chew away at that clock, and when you chew away at the clock, you're able to score. It kind of puts no hope on Harrison to come back in this game.
Yeah, you'd rather score with, say, 3 or 4 minutes left on the clock, and then the 6 still left. First pass or first play, some miscommunication, still trying to figure out.
He is running onto the field.
So in the shot, or under center, two running backs behind him. Looks to throw right side. It is caught, and he gets stopped right as
the ball got ripped out. Harrison ripped the ball out. First down, Harrison.
Harrison gets a huge turnover immediately. That is super unfortunate for the Comet offense. After you just got the turnover, you give it right back to them. So now Harrison, you have a chance to redeem yourself after that turnover. Let's see if they can get this game tied or potentially take the lead.
Such a momentum killer there for the Comets. They had all the momentum. They stopped them on downs. They got the ball back, and then they cough up the football. And that just doesn't sit, that shouldn't sit right with you as an offensive player, that you had the chance to put the game away and you gave up the ball.
Yeah, so Harrison will have a first down at the 28 as we now reach under 5 minutes left in this game. This one, we said it a lot, but this one could definitely come down to the end. In the shotgun, 3 running backs behind him for the snap. He takes it a little bit high, but he hands it off. Up the middle, has some room, keeps going, gets past the 20, and he'll be brought down around the 16. It will be a first down for Harrison. So Trevor, a gain of about 13. They're really knocking on the door.
They are knocking on the door. They are 15 yards away from punching it into the end zone, tying Mason and potentially taking the lead if they get their extra point.
Yeah, so now as we reach under at this clock, 4 minutes and 15 seconds left. It is getting very intense here at Dwyer Field. Same formation looking for Harrison. Knocking at the door at the 15. It's first down.
Yep.
He takes the snap, and he's going to hand it off. And he's not really going much. Maybe gets 1 or 2.
That's kind of what you need there. If you're Mason, keep punching them right at the line of scrimmage. Get there and get them to stop.
So after the short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 14-yard line. Harrison just a couple yards away from making this one of the best Grimes Bowl games we've seen tonight. So 2nd and 9, another high snap. He's going to hand it off. Goes up the middle, trying to break free from some tackles, but he's going to get stopped pretty much right where the line of scrimmage was.
And the ball came out.
Mason forces another turnover. And turnover after turnover after turnover. And with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left, the Comets will take the control of the ball and go back on offense. Trevor, what a turn of events.
That was great for that Mason defense. Exactly what they were looking for, a turnover or a way to stop them. That's what they do. They get the ball back to their offense to try put the game on ice. At least get it marched downfield to where they cannot score anymore. They cannot be on the threat like they were that last drive.
So 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Clock still runs. Comets have the ball at their own 9. You can see the teams for the next game lining up on the sides of the field. It will be our last game of the Grimes Bowl today. Coming up after this, an absolute nail biter here. But the Comets, they just had the ball and turned it over, so the ball security is at an all-time high right now. Under center.
You want
He's
to double
hand it off.
You want to double hand that ball. You do not want to let that ball get out of your hands. You want to double cover that ball like you're a fullback trying to score a touchdown on the 1-yard line.
Yeah, every single play. Even if you break away for a big game, still have 2 hands on that ball because you never know if someone's behind you, and you just cannot lose the ball right now.
Not at this moment. You have a minute 30 left. You cannot allow it to happen.
And you're at your own 12, 2nd and 7. This Comet team can practically just run out the rest of this clock, even though they still have Harrison still has all 3 timeouts. Looks like they're not going to use them. They stay in that same formation. Wonder if we see another speed option as we now dip below 1 minute and 5 seconds left here. Takes a snap. It looks like it's going to be, and he gets brought down way behind the line of scrimmage at around the 11.
And just about a loss of 1 or 2 on the play, but still costly. But you have 45 seconds. It's 3rd and 10 at the 9.
At the 9, I apologize. But 3rd and 10, they're back where they started. 39 seconds left here in the game. So the Comets realistically can just hold on to this ball. It looks like Harrison won't have another chance. So if this next 25 seconds goes as we think, the Comets will take this one 6-0.
But
and it looks like now
by the Comets.
Comets call a timeout, really?
It's interesting. Maybe they have something up their sleeve that they want to try here to try to get some extra points.
Yeah, add up to that lead a little bit. So we'll see what the timeout comes for.
The next team up, getting ready to go for the final Grimes Bowl game of the evening. You know, getting ready to take on another Mason 6th grade team. Just really pumped that everybody could be here today to come play at the Grimes Bowl that Mason hosts every single year.
That is a lot of players.
That definitely is, and they're doing a little hit and drill over here, a little Oklahoma
before the game. That is something that you love to see. I remember we used to do that. 7 seconds added to the game clock, so 27 left in this game as it will be 3rd down for the Comets.
Man, Oklahoma drill, and they will just go ahead and take the rest of the timeout. And there it goes, another Mason Comet win. Mason 6th grade Hill takes the win over Harrison.
Yeah, that big touchdown on the speed option on the right side of Brittingham, and he was off after breaking just a couple of timeouts. Kids meet at the 50-yard line, shake hands, say good game as we look at some of these highlights. Speed option, and he was just off after this play of the game. Comets take this one 6-0. Thank you for listening on ICRC. We got one more for you tonight. Stay tuned.